What is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, I'm just talking about this recent SMITE 2 patch. It's been a hit for some people, a miss for some people. You ask me, I don't think it's the best patch. You ask Nika, he doesn't love it. Finok's not a big fan of it. Weekend loves it. I think Andy, Elion is a decent fan of it. So it's really kind of up in the air if you like the patch or not. And I think it kind of comes down to what do you view SMITE as? And currently, I think maybe the idea of what I think SMITE is differs from other people. And that's fine. We're all allowed to have our own opinions for the game. But I'm going to give you guys mine now, because it's my YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk about stuff that I want in the game, or how I want to change stuff. So I tweeted this earlier yesterday, May 6th. Probably could have worded a little bit different, but I was tilted. I was streaming, got a little tilted, and this is the tweet that I came up with. This may be the worst state SMITE has ever been in. I meant SMITE 2 specifically, and I still feel the same way. I probably should have just stated a little bit better, where I just do not love the patch, something like that, yada yada. I don't need to BL Doomery, so that's probably a better place to go with that. But I still do think this patch was really bad. And it's not just this patch, it's this patch combined with OB8, combined with OB7. I think it has just not done a great thing for the game. It's not pushed the game forward. I think it's, at most, it's taken a couple steps back. They've tried to rebalance the SMITE 2 item store. And I think, while yes, it might be kind of balanced, I don't think it's really where you want it to be. I think it's not very fun. Personally, I think the item store is a little bit more boring. And my role being a support, I think support is a very boring role now. The one that I really want to kind of hone in on is my conversation with Elion. Elion, everyone should know Elion. If you don't know him, ex-pro player. He won on console. He's like a top gamer in a bunch of different games. That's Elion. He said, balance-wise, or just trying to, get a feel for what I was saying. I said, balance-wise, I love the game. I love the idea of the game, but the balance is just so off. He said the last two patches were a huge step in the right direction. I played like 10 ranked games yesterday. I felt like whoever had the actual good tank wins the game because everyone does damage now, but I agree, it's too hard to discuss this on Twitter. Which is fine. You can have your opinion. I can have mine. He likes the state that it's in after these patches. I don't. I responded saying I think it could be good if they were willing to walk back a few changes that they've made recently. They're taking some excitement out of the game, which again, I do still feel. After he asked what do I think, this is what I kind of came up with. And this was just quickly things that kind of came to mind that I thought this is the things that stick out to me. One, combat blink. I think regular blink in the game is fine, but you need to have excitement in the game. And I think combat blink brought you that. I think that is like this should be in the game. It makes the game more exciting thing. There's so many plays where you're playing like 20 minutes in a SMITE game, and then you get like one sick combat blink playoff, and you're like, that was worth it. I don't care we're getting smoked the previous 20 minutes. This one play made it worth it. Second thing, there's this weird in-between for CC buffering, and I think it is actually the worst spot it could be in. This in-between is just terrible. Because, for one, if you keep CC buffering in the game, it messes with CC immune ults. If you get your abilities caught in CC immune ults, it's because of CC buffering. That is an L. That feels really bad. I'm on the side of, I like CC buffering in the game, and I think it should be on leaps, but I'm not like hard pressed to add that back. I think it would be good for the game, but I'm also fine with just walking it all back and just try to help those CC immunity ults feel a little bit better. I don't need my ability to be completely getting off all the time, and having it on, less useful abilities than jumps, I think just kind of makes the patch or the CC buffering pretty useless. I think they were correct about items needing to be bought for a reason. Like, I'm buying this item for a purpose because I want to do damage based off my protections. That's what Glad Shield was. It kind of turned into, yeah, I'm just going to build a bunch of these sick items and then build a Glad Shield at one point, and then I'm just killing everybody. That's not good. But if I itemize into a protection-based build where I have like 200 health and I have 300 physical protections and 100 magical protections, I should get rewarded from being tankier to those physical gods. Which I think, at a point, I think somewhere around OB6, OB7, I think it did, miss the mark, and that tanks just became a little too OP. Their damage was just way too high. But I think that you still have to have value with protections, and right now there's just really no value with protections. Next point, way too much healing in the game. I think now that they've added like Phoenix Shield being 3% per ability, Spirit Robe heals you 6% max health, Yogi's is healing you, Lifesteal is healing you, Bloodbound Book's healing you, there's a ton of shielding in the game. There's just too much. There's too much survivability with those ways that it just makes it so you're building anti-heal in every game, or you're kind of just trolling, which is bad. Anti-heal shouldn't be just like I'm buying this every game. It should be, do they have healing? No? Okay, I don't need to build it. Are they building healing items? Okay, then I should itemize into it. Currently, it's just build anti-heal, everybody heals. That's a problem. I've said this probably ad nauseum at this point. I'm not a fan of teleporters. I don't like the way the map is laid out because of those teleporters. The map is big, but because of the TPs, it makes it seem a lot smaller and plays can be made too quick, I think. I mean, this is something that I've stated probably 100 times by now, and you guys probably want me to shut up about it, but I had to just bring it up quick. And then lastly, I've been of the opinion that I think relics should be really strong and really long cooldowns. I'm talking like 5 minutes, or it should be decently underwhelming, but a short cooldown. Maybe beads cleanses you, but it's on like a 90-second cooldown. That's what it does. Good. That's what it does. It's a cleanse, sure. 2 seconds of CC immunity on, I don't want to look it up right now. It's like a 2.5 something minute cooldown, I think, or 2 minute cooldown, something like that. I can't remember. I think that's too strong and it's too low of a cooldown. And it's the same thing with like, I think this current iteration of Blink is balanced, yes. Is it fun? No. I think fun matters. But the problem is, this current Blink is just weaker than Aegis. It's weaker than Beats. It's weaker than Shell. Even Sunder, after it's gutting, it's still better than, you know, Blink. So it just makes Blink feel very underwhelming. I think we should nerf all the items up to where, or nerf all the items down to where Blink is, instead of buffing Blink up to these other actives, or relics, sorry. And again, feel free to disagree with me if you guys do. Be humans in the comments and give reasons why and stuff like that. But this is how I think would make the game feel a lot better. And I have a lot of other things also. Somebody responded to this saying none of this affected this right here, saying this patch didn't have a big effect on most of these things, which is right. It's true. But from OB6 to 7, 8, now 9, all these things have slowly been changed. Blink was removed. CC buffering was removed from jumps. I think maybe OB6, OB5 for that. The item store got changed. Healing has been spiked a ton. Teleporters obviously has not changed. And then relics are just getting stronger across the board. So while this isn't just this patch, it's a culmination of all these patches up into this final one that, I mean, currently, at least for me, my role is irrelevant. Support is not a role that really matters at all. There is maybe like a one-off of like, this character is just really good right now. You can kind of make it work. I think Sobek fills that out, and I think Serb is actually decent with it because of just how much anti-heal he has, so how much he heals, what actually makes him feel decently tanky with 4,000 health. But making these supports build Thebes, you just get Reavered. And if you nerf Reaver, then this health is just going to be insane. And I just think it's a bad spot to put supports into. I think what I would want them to do, kind of base to like start this all out, is I think there's too much base statage in the game, too much health, too many protections. I should have to itemize into those defenses to actually be tanky to that. I shouldn't be sitting at 100 physical protections just from loading into the game and buying my support starter. I think that is unhealthy, because that just means I can build full damage, get 100 protections, and then at 100 protections, I'm mitigating 50% of the damage that they do. I think that's the stat at least, which is just not good. And I've said that, like, you don't even need XC. Like, people are going to not be building very much pen. Unfortunately, you do just need pen because of how many base protections you have. Mages sit at 80, Hunter sit at 80, Assassin sit at 80. You move that down and make it so you have to actually itemize into these protections to live those gods. It makes just like builds across the board feel better. And if they do not love the spot that, you know, squishy versus squishy damage is based in, like they don't love, or sorry, currently they like squishy versus squishy damage, like a mage versus mage versus hunter, mage versus assassin, yada, 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 all those. They like that right now. The issue that they're having is tanks. Personally, I think squishy versus squishy damage could be a little bit higher. I think that is the point of squishies, is that they one-shot and they also get one-shot once it goes to late game. And I think you could pretty easily move these stats around. That is my opinion, my yapping. If you guys want a good chuckle, you could go through this tweet. A few people didn't really like it. Junior was one of them. That didn't love it. But yeah, this is just my opinion. Again, you guys are free to have your own opinion. I'm going to make my opinion known because I care about the game and I think I can push it in the right direction. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this patch? And as you're typing, I don't care what rank you are. I just want to know what role you play. That's all I care about. I just want to know if you're a tank and you're liking the patch, if you're a squishy, you're liking the patch, whatever it is, whatever your role is. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the yap session. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.